Pisces, stop. Do not scroll past this. I need you to hear me clearly because what I'm about to unfold for you on this 13th of August, 2026, is not random. A doctor, healer, someone with answers you have been begging the universe for, has discovered something. Something that unravels the knot you've been carrying in your chest for months, maybe years, and Pisces, this discovery is not just information. It is a key. It is the key to the room you thought was locked forever. But here's the twist that's making my cards tremble as I pull them. This miracle doesn't just free your body or your situation. It frees a relationship you had quietly grieved. It reopens a door involving someone you stopped saying out loud. And before I reveal who that person is and what they're about to say to you, I need you to do one small thing. Tell me in the comments where you're watching from right now. Just your city, just your country, drop it below. Because I want to see how far this healing is reaching. And if this already feels like it was meant for you, tap subscribe to Trusted Tarot so the next message finds you without delay. Now breathe and let's go deeper. You didn't click this by accident, Pisces. I need you to understand that. Something in you, some quiet knowing that lives beneath your ribs, beneath the overthinking, beneath the part of you that has been white-knuckling through uncertainty for longer than you want to admit, that part of you guided your thumb to this video. Your higher self has been pulling you toward this message for days now. Maybe you felt it as a strange restlessness. Maybe you kept waking up at odd hours, 3, 4 in the morning, with your heart beating like it was trying to tell you something your waking mind wasn't ready to hear. Maybe you've been seeing repeating numbers, or a particular word kept appearing in songs, in conversations, in the captions of videos you weren't even really watching. That was not coincidence. That was preparation. Your spirit was getting you ready to receive what I'm about to say. And I need to say it gently because I can feel how tired you are. I can feel it in the cards. You have been carrying something heavy. Not just emotionally, though yes, emotionally, there is a grief here, quiet, private grief that you haven't fully let yourself name. But physically too. There's a tension you've been holding in your jaw, in your shoulders, somewhere in your chest, or your stomach that has become so constant you almost forgot it wasn't your natural state. You've been breathing shallow. You've been sleeping but not resting. You've been functioning, showing up, smiling when people ask how you are, saying, I'm fine, I'm managing. While underneath all of that, there's a whisper that keeps asking, when is this going to end? When do I get my answer? When does the waiting stop? And Pisces, the waiting is stopping. That is what this reading is about. That is what this 13th of August is marking. Because the cards are showing me a figure, a healer, a doctor, someone in a position of knowledge, of authority over a situation that has held power over you. And this person has found something. They have looked at the records, the scans, the history, the pattern, whatever form this takes in your specific life. And they have seen something that changes the narrative completely. Something they are preparing to tell you. And I want you to hear me when I say this. What they discovered is not what you feared. It is not the confirmation of the worst-case scenario you've been rehearsing in the dark at 2 in the morning. It is the opposite. It is a door opening where you had convinced yourself there was only wall. But before I go further, before I tell you exactly what this freedom looks like and who else is walking through that door with you, I need you to understand the context. Because this healing, this miracle, it doesn't exist in isolation. It is connected to someone. Someone you have been thinking about more than you want to admit. Someone whose name still catches in your throat. Someone you either pushed away or who pulled away from you during the hardest stretch of the season. And the reason I'm not going to say their name or their exact role yet is because the cards are showing me that you need to understand your own energy first. You need to understand what has been shifting inside you these past few weeks. Because that shift is what made this reunion, this revelation, this convergence possible. You've been dreaming differently, haven't you? Not nightmares exactly, but strange, vivid, water-filled dreams, oceans, rivers, rain against glass. You've been seeing faces in your sleep that you can't quite hold on to when you wake, but the feeling lingers. A feeling of someone reaching for you. A feeling of being called back to something. A feeling that the distance between you and a particular person is thinning, dissolving, becoming permeable. And maybe you dismissed those dreams. Maybe you told yourself it was just stress, just your subconscious processing old painches, but Pisces. Those dreams were visitations. They were your intuition showing you that the energetic cord between you and this person never severed. It stretched. It thinned, it went quiet, but it did not break. And now, because of what this healer, this doctor, This authority figure has uncovered, that cord is being pulled taut again. Someone is about to reach through. And I know that terrifies you as much as it thrills you. I know because the cards show me that you have built a small, careful life around the absence of this person. You've rearranged your furniture, metaphorically speaking. You've learned to walk around the empty space. And now something is filling that space again, and part of you wants to run before you can be disappointed a second time. I see that fear. I honor it, and I'm going to ask you gently not to let it make your decisions in the next few days, because what is coming is not a repetition of the old wound, it is the healing of it. But you have to stay open long enough to see the difference. You have to pause before you react. You have to receive before you defend. And I'm going to walk you through exactly how to do that. But first, I need to tell you about what this other person has been going through in silence, what they've been realizing, what they've been rehearsing saying to you and then deleting, what broke open inside them that finally made them stop pretending they were okay without you. But that comes next. That revelation needs its own space, its own breath. So I'm going to ask you to stay right here. Don't close this. Don't let the doubt creep in and tell you this is too good, too specific, too much. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. And if you haven't already, if this is resonating in your body, in your chest, in that place behind your eyes that's starting to feel warm, then subscribe to Trusted Tarot. Hit that bell. Because what's coming in the next chapters of this reading is going to require you to be here, present, open. And I don't want the algorithm to pull you away from the rest of your message. This is your reading, all of it, and I'm going to give you every word of it. Let's talk about them. The one who pulled away. The one who went silent when you needed them the most. You thought they forgot. You thought they moved on and were living a perfectly fine, unbothered life while you were left picking up the pieces of your own heart. But the cards are flipping, and I am seeing their energy right now, and it is anything but fine. It is chaotic, it is heavy. They have been going through a profound internal reckoning, complete emotional undoing. While you were sitting in your room wondering if you were crazy for still feeling connected to them, they were sitting in theirs, realizing that the distance they created didn't bring them the peace they thought it would. It brought them hollow, echoing emptiness. They have been remembering the specific way you looked at them, the way your energy felt like a sanctuary in a world that is constantly demanding. They are regretting the words they didn't say, the apologies they swallowed out of pride, out of fear, out of a misguided need to protect their own ego. And right now, as this medical or situational miracle is unfolding in your life, it is acting as a massive mirror for them. They are hearing the whispers of your breakthrough. They are seeing the shift in your aura even from a distance. And it is forcing them to look at their own mortality, their own fragility, their own wasted time. They are preparing to reach out. They are drafting messages in their head, typing them out, and deleting them. They are rehearsing what to say to you when they finally break the silence. But they are terrified. They are terrified that you have closed the door. They are terrified that your heart has hardened against them, that the beautiful, forgiving Pisces energy they once relied on has turned to ice. They know they hurt you, and that guilt is currently eating them alive, pushing them toward a turning point they can no longer avoid. But this is where I need to give you a very specific, very crucial warning. Listen to my voice closely, because this next part will determine whether this miracle fully integrates into your life or slips through your fingers. When this person finally steps back into your orbit, when the news fully breaks, when the communication resumes, your instinct is going to be to protect yourself. Your nervous system is going to scream at you to put up the walls. You will want to be cold. You will want to act like you didn't care. You will want to make them feel the exact same rejection, the exact same confusion that you felt when they left. Pisces, I am begging you, do not let old pain distort this new message. Do not let the ghost of your past disappointment sabotage your future miracle. If you meet their vulnerability with armor, if you meet their reaching out with defensiveness, you will snap the energetic cord just as it is being reattached. You have to receive this clearly, not defensively. You have to pause before you react. Take a deep breath. Let their words land. Let the truth of their apology or their revelation wash over you before you decide how to respond. You must be the calm water, not the crashing wave. This level of emotional mastery, this ability to hold space for a miracle without crushing it with fear, is exactly what we practice and cultivate here. If you are feeling this shift in your body, if you are ready to drop the heavy armor and step into your true power, I invite you to fully join our community. Make sure you are subscribed to Trusted Tarot and share this video with someone who needs to hear it, someone who is also waiting in the dark for a sign. By sharing this energy, you multiply it. You signal to the universe that you are an open channel for blessings, not just a receiver, but a giver of light. When you align with this community, you anchor this healing energy into the physical realm. But you might be asking, why now? Why the 13th of August, 2026? Why, after months of dead silence, is everything suddenly rushing in at once? Because of the divine window. Because of the energetic ripening. For a long time you were chasing, you were forcing, you were anxiously waiting, and that anxious waiting created dense, heavy energy that actually repelled the very thing you wanted. But recently, something shifted. You surrendered. You stopped checking their social media. You stopped asking the universe, why me, and started asking, what is this teaching me? You entered a season of profound internal silence, and it was in that silence that the seed finally sprouted. The universe cannot fill a cup that is already full of anxiety. It had to wait until you were empty, until you were grounded, until you were ready to receive a miracle without questioning if it was a trick. This timing is spiritually aligned. It is the exact moment your frequency matched the frequency of your healing. The doctor, the healer, the universe itself has been working behind the scenes, waiting for you to be strong enough to handle the good news. And I know how exhausting this journey has been. I am looking at the somatic signs in your energy field right now. I see the tightness in your chest, the way your stomach drops when your phone lights up and it's not them. I see the deep, bone-weary exhaustion of having to be the strong one, the empathetic one, the one who always forgives, the one who always understands everyone else's pain while your own goes unacknowledged. You are so tired of holding it all together. I see the tears you cry in the shower so no one else has to hear them. I see the way you force a smile when your heart is breaking, pretending that you are perfectly fine when inside you are screaming for a break. And I am here to tell you that you can put the heavy armor down now. You are safe. The battle is over. The waiting room is closed. You are being ushered into the sanctuary. The diagnosis of your heart, the prognosis of your situation, has been completely rewritten. You are being freed from the cycle of suffering, and as you step into this new light, the person who belongs in it is finally finding their way back to you. Let's look even closer at the exact nature of this miracle. Pisces, because the cards are revealing a profound twist regarding what this healer, this authority figure, actually discovered. For so long, you have operated under a painful misdiagnosis of your own life. You thought you were broken. You thought you were failing. You looked at the stagnation in your love life, the weird, heavy delays in your career, the way your physical body felt constantly drained, and you internalized it. You told yourself that you were doing something wrong, that your energy was flawed, that you were somehow unworthy of the flow that seemed to come so easily to everyone else. But the doctor, the guide, the universe looking down at your chart has just realized that the treatment plan was entirely wrong. You were never broken. You were just blocked. You were carrying a heavy karmic toxicity that wasn't even yours to begin with. And the miracle they discovered is the exact, precise method to flush it out of your system completely. This is why the relief you are about to feel is going to be so absolute, so completely freeing. It's not just a band-aid over a wound, it is the removal of the root cause. And as this energetic and physical blockage dissolves, it creates a massive vacuum in your life that the universe is immediately going to fill with abundance. This is where the miracle spills over directly into your material world, into your finances, and into your career. Because you have been operating in survival mode for so long, your nervous system has been hoarding energy, terrified of the next shoe dropping. You've been checking your bank account with a knot in your stomach. You've been walking into your workplace or logging onto your computer feeling like you have to fight for every single inch of progress, every single dollar, every single acknowledgement. But the moment this medical or situational clearance is finalized, the moment that signature is given or that truth is spoken, the floodgates of your career and your finances blow wide open. I am seeing a document, contract, or a formal communication that arrives shortly after this revelation. It carries the weight of absolute authority. It could be an approval for something you were previously denied. It could be the clearing of a massive debt, the finalization of a settlement, or the sudden green light on a professional project that has been stuck in limbo for months. The scarcity mindset that has been whispering in your ear is going to be silenced by hard, undeniable proof of your worth. you are going to see the numbers change. You are going to feel the shift in your professional environment where people suddenly start looking at you differently, treating you with the respect and the reverence that you have always deserved, but were too exhausted to demand. You are stepping out of the shadows of your own life and into the absolute center of your power. And this, Pisces, is exactly what the other person is sensing from afar. This is why they are panicking. This is why they are staring at their ceiling at 3 in the morning, completely unable to sleep. For a long time, they used your struggle, your pain, or the chaotic distance between you as an excuse to stay away. It was easier for them to avoid you when you were in the thick of the storm, because your intensity, your need for healing, mirrored their own unhealed shadows. But now they feel you shifting. They feel you stepping into your wholeness. They feel the sudden, radiant expansion of your career, your finances, and your physical vitality. They realize that you are no longer the person who will wait by the phone, accepting crumbs of affection. You are becoming a powerhouse. You are becoming whole. And the terrifying, beautiful realization hitting them right now is that if they do not step up, if they do not come back with a fully healed heart and a genuine apology, they are going to lose you forever. They are watching you become the person they always knew you could be, and they are desperate to be part of your new reality. This is why your dreams have been so intense lately. The water you've been seeing in your sleep, the oceans, the deep rushing rivers, that is your subconscious mind actively washing away the old debris. Your spirit guides are using the water element to cleanse your aura, to prepare your energetic vessel to hold this massive influx of new wealth, new love, and new health. When you wake up from those dreams, even if you feel a little disoriented, I want you to consciously thank your subconscious. Acknowledge the cleaning that is happening. You are being hollowed out so that you can be filled with a much higher frequency. The somatic signs you've been feeling, the tight chest, the shallow breathing, that is just the old energy resisting its eviction. It's the final sputter of the engine before it completely gives way to the new, smooth, effortless flow of your true destiny. I need you to really let this sink into your bones. You are not just getting your health back, or your peace back, or your person back. You are getting your entire life back. The universe is orchestrating total reconstruction of your reality, and it is all hinging on this one pivotal moment of discovery, this one miraculous clearance. The heavy lifting is done. The waiting room is officially closed. You have passed the test of patience, and now the rewards are being dispatched to your physical coordinates. But as this beautiful, overwhelming wave of abundance and love approaches your shoreline, you must know how to stand in it without being knocked over. You must know exactly what to do when that phone finally rings, when that email finally lands in your inbox, when that person finally stands at your door. The climax of this journey is here, and the final instructions for your immediate future are waiting. And now we arrive at the moment you have been waiting for, Pisces. The moment the cards have been circling around this entire reading. Because I need to tell you exactly how this arrives, how the miracle makes itself known in your physical, tangible, everyday reality. The cards show me a communication. It comes within a very specific window, not months from now, not in some vague, distant future. The energy is ripe. The fruit is ready to fall. Within the next few days, perhaps a week, you are going to receive a message that stops you dead in your tracks. It might come as a phone call from the healer, the doctor, the authority figure, delivering the words you never dared to hope for. It might come as an email, a letter, a notification on your phone that makes your hands actually tremble. And within that same window, almost simultaneously, the other person reaches out. Their name lights up your screen. Their voice comes through the receiver. And for the first time in a very long time, what they say is not an excuse. It is not a half-truth. It is not a breadcrumb designed to keep you on the hook. It is a full, raw, unfiltered confession. They are going to say, I was wrong. They are going to say, I was scared. They are going to say, I watched you suffer and I didn't know how to hold the weight of it, so I pulled away. And I have regretted every single second of that distance. They are going to come to you stripped of pride, stripped of the armor they wore when they left, and they are going to ask you, not demand, not expect, but humbly ask if there is still space for them in the life you are rebuilding. And Pisces, this is the moment where everything I warned you about comes into play. This is the moment where you must remember to breathe before you speak, where you must let their words land without immediately reaching for your shield. You are allowed to take your time. You are allowed to say, I hear you, and I need a moment. You do not owe them an instant answer, but I will tell you what the cards show me about your heart. Your heart is not closed. Your heart has been waiting quietly, stubbornly, faithfully for this exact sentence. And when it comes, the relief that floods your body is going to be so profound that your knees might actually go weak. The somatic tension you have been carrying in your chest, in your jaw and your stomach, is going to release like a dam breaking. You are going to cry, not the quiet, hidden tears of grief, the loud, ugly, beautiful tears of relief, the tears of someone who has been holding their breath for a year and finally exhales. And as that breath leaves your body, something new enters, a lightness, a clarity, a sense of ground beneath your feet that you forgot existed. This is what freedom feels like, Pisces, not the absence of emotion, but the presence of peace. The doctor's discovery, the healer's revelation, the universe's intervention. It doesn't just fix a situation, it gives you back your future. It hands you back the years you thought were stolen from you. It says, the debt is paid, the sentence is served, the karmic loop is closed, you are free to walk forward without looking back, and the person standing beside you in this new chapter, they are not the same person who left. They have been broken down and rebuilt by their own absence from you. They have done the work in the dark, and they are offering you not the old, fractured version of themselves, but something new, something forged in regret and humility and genuine love. I want you to close your eyes for just a moment if you can. I want you to picture the next morning after this message arrives. You wake up, and for the first time in months, your chest feels open. The air feels different in your lungs. You look at your phone and there is no dread. You look at your bank account and there is no panic. You look in the mirror and the person staring back at you is not exhausted. They are luminous. They are whole. They are the person you have been fighting so hard to become, and you smile, not because everything is perfect, but because the storm has passed, and you are still standing, and the sun is actually truly warming your face again. That morning is coming. It is not fantasy. It is not wishful thinking. It is the next page of your story, and it is already being written. You have survived every single night you thought would break you. You have carried more than you ever should have had to carry, and you carried it with a grace that the universe noticed. Every tear, every prayer, every whispered plea into the dark, it was recorded. It was held, and it is being answered now in this season, in this divine window, because you are finally ready to receive without flinching. You are finally ready to be loved without suspicion. You are finally ready to be abundant without guilt. You are finally ready to be free. And so I am going to ask you to do one final thing to seal this reading, to lock this energy into the physical plane. I want you to go to the comments right now and type one word. Just one word. The word is free. Type it, free. Let it be your declaration to the universe, to your higher self, to the person who is finding their way back to you. That you accept this healing, that you accept this miracle, that you are no longer waiting in the corridor of your own life. You are stepping into the room. And if this reading found you at the exact moment you needed it, if these words felt like they were pulled directly from your own heart, then subscribe to Trusted Tarot so that the next message, the next confirmation, the next chapter of your journey finds you without delay. Share this video with someone who is still waiting in the dark, someone who needs to know that their miracle is already in motion. You were meant to hear this today. You were meant to be free. And the beautiful, breathtaking truth is, you already are. Thank you for being here, Pisces. Thank you for trusting the process. I will see you in the next reading. Until then, breathe deep. The worst is over. The best is just beginning.